Welcome to ETI 3421 Materials and Processes. My name is Dr. Ali Marabian. This is the course introduction. I'm going to go over some basic but very important ways in which we conduct business in this class, and I'm going to take you over part of the syllabus and pretty much taking you over all the basics that you need to know to be successful in this class as the learner. So the first thing I'm going to go over is how to contact me. I have live office hours at ATC 107B. Make sure you guys check the hours out. It's listed on the course website. My email and phone number is also listed here and on the course syllabus. Everything pretty much that I go over here is for the most part listed on the course syllabus, and it should really help you to understand that better. My email can be used if you prefer. However, I prefer, if you could, that use the course website email function for all course related communications. My phone number 386-506-4195 is also listed here in case you want to get a hold of me. So what is this course all about? It's the times we can discuss more about the course itself. The course number, ETI 3421, is called Materials and Processes. It's a 3 credit hours course with no laboratory component. What we do here is to study fundamental properties of materials, and we are going to take a look at current industrial practices in founding, forming, joining, and shaping of the materials. The prerequisites MAC 1105 and MAC 1114 or equivalent courses. The topics of the course are listed here. We start by an introduction, and we would take a look at the mechanical properties of materials. We would look at physical properties of the material. We would discuss the differences between the two, and what's common among all material, and so on. We would take a look at dimensions, surfaces, and measurements of the materials. We would take a look at engineering materials, their characteristics and comparisons. In that process, we would discuss also sustainable materials, which may fall under the non-engineering materials. That's one of the issues that we currently do have with sustainable materials. Most of them, they are not engineering materials. Industry is working very hard to develop those kind of materials that are sustainable, at the same time has the engineering properties that we would love them to have. Then we would look at processing of materials, casting, mechanical forming, which includes rolling, sintering, and joining. Those are pretty much main topics that we cover in this class. Of course, there are much details that we get into as subtopics. The book itself, Fundamentals of Modern Manufacturing, Materials, Processes, and Systems, 5th edition or later. The digital edition of the book would also suffice. If there are any later editions, of course, earlier editions, it would be much cheaper to purchase. But 5th or later would serve. The ISBN that's given here, last I checked, it worked. Make sure you check it again, make sure it works. This is the ISBN for the 5th edition of the textbook. This is an online course. We would use online methods of instruction. There are no live lectures. all lectures are pre-recorded. All quizzes and exams are online. And of course, I am available during the office hours to interact with you guys. I've been teaching online courses since 2005. So over the years, I've revised my methods and fine-tuned it to the point that it is effective method of learning for many of the classes that I teach. All the presentations in this class would be posted on the course website. I will post the notes and lectures every week, and I would also post other instructional materials over time as needed. And notes will be available in PDF format. That's the preferred format by most of the students, and that's why we post it as PDF. So you're expected to view all recordings as they become available, sometimes trying to outsmart the course by only relying on reading material is not a very smart way of learning in this class. Don't rely on just reading the notes to understand what's going on in the class. There would always be material that will be discussed in the videos or in lectures than what is covered in the notes. So it is very important for you to attend both the lectures and all reading materials. Also, there will be supplemental links, and those are very important to also attend. Some of them are reading, they're external, and some are external videos. Could be on YouTube, could be on other websites. The material is already being tested, so I don't just provide a link that's not very credible. I test them, I make sure they work, I watch them first, and to see the material that you get from those links are credible. There are much material out there on the internet nowadays, and many of them cannot be verified. I only put those that I could verify. So how do we conduct quizzes and exams in this class? Well, in this course we have assignments. They're of course provided to help you learn the material and apply what you learn in this course. All the information regarding the assignments, information is available from the course website. We have multiple quizzes, and we have a midterm and a final exam. I'm going to get to the breakdown shortly. For this class, you have assignments, but I don't collect them and I don't grade them. So then the question is, how can pretty much we use that type of the assignments toward the grade? And the answer is, instead of collecting the assignments, you would have to take mandatory online quizzes. They're given periodically. The dates of the quizzes, their availability, are posted on the course website, usually at least 2 weeks or more in advance. You would have a shorter window to take online quizzes, and you have a more extended window to take online exams. Again, all exams in this class are conducted online. We don't use any type of a hard copy exam. There is no substitute in this class for online exams, so they're conducted only online. And you would be given a window during which you can take the exam. Again, for examinations, the window is a little extended than quizzes, and you have to wait until the appropriate quiz and exam would become available. Many of you guys I know that are taking other classes with different methods of instruction, and that is fine. But in this class, for many reasons, including effective learning, you won't be able to access quizzes right away. We have to wait a while and make sure to pretty much understand the material, you do your readings, do your homeworks, and then from there you can go ahead and take the quizzes only around the time that they are available. So I would also use discussion boards in this class. The discussion board, I refer to it as boards since there are different subcategories there. But in general, it should be called a discussion board. So if you have a question for me, you should ask it there. That way, everybody should be able to see that. So if you have a question, look there first before posting. If you could not find the answer, then you're going to post it there. There is also an alternative way of communicating, which I'm going to get to later. So if you don't want to post your question on the discussion boards, then go ahead and use the course email function. When you log into the course, there's an email with a click of a button. You can send me email. It's much faster and much easier, and it makes bookkeeping much easier. And automatically, the title of the course would be attached as a subject, what would be put on the subject of the email, and that makes it much easier to keep track of all the email and related material. There's also a general discussion board, and you can talk about anything course related there. Make sure to keep it civil, but feel free to say whatever you would like, as long as it is civil and it's not personal. I may or may not read the postings on this section of the board. So if you want me to answer, then you gotta pretty much post your questions under questions for instructor as a subcategory of discussion board. So the discussion board again has two main parts. One is the question for the instructor, in which you post your questions for me, and general discussions, which I may or may not participate. So what are some of my expectations? They're actually listed on the syllabus, and here I'm going to look at some of the main points. And you are responsible to submit all completed assignments, projects, all the material that you are required from you to submit. You are also responsible to complete all course readings of a textbook and other supplemental materials that are assigned to you. You are responsible to view all recorded lectures. You are responsible to be present in body and mind while performing any course-related activity. That includes watching the pre-recorded lectures. You're responsible to be engaged in the activity at hand, and you're responsible to arrive for the course activities fully prepared. That means that before you read or log into the course and start pretty much your work for this class, you need to be fully prepared mentally and physically. Submit all coursework on time by the submission deadlines. You are responsible to treat your other course mates, and that includes myself, with respect, and I would do the same. Take responsibility for learning the course materials. You are responsible to demonstrate that you have acquired the requisite knowledge in this class, and you are responsible to follow all the rules of conduct delineated in the course policies and syllabus document. I highly recommend you guys develop the note-taking practices. If you are watching the lectures while you're driving, you won't be able to do that, and that's highly discouraged. The best way to learn the material in this class is to download the material, save them, make a hard copy, because many studies have shown that people actually read 3 times faster on a piece of paper or on paper than digital on a monitor. 3 times. If you didn't know that, now you know. That's why a lot of people, they browse the internet for hours, and sometimes they're like, well, I've been on the internet for hours, but I still have a hard time understanding this. Whereas if it is written somewhere on a piece of paper, it is much easier, much faster to go over that. Now, I have not seen anything that shows that people understand the hard copy material better, but because we are dealing with numbers, we're dealing with engineering in this course, and problem-solving techniques, it is much easier to actually sit down and write them down on a piece of paper and solve the problems. That's what I mean, and please keep it within the context of what I will be discussing in this course, and make sure keep it in the context. The grading for this class, this is very important, and I want to make sure you guys understand that. If you have any question, any ambiguities about grading policies and the way I grade you in this class, stop this video right now, and before you forget, post your question either on the discussion board or send it through the course website to me. It's very important for everyone to understand how you get graded in this class. There will be one midterm examination online, that is 25% of your class grade. That's the total grade. The comprehensive final exam, that's also conducted online. That's 25% of your accumulative grade. And there are quizzes from the assignments that will be assigned to you throughout the course. That is 50% of the 100% grade that you receive in this class. So the grading scale is also given here. Note that there is no minus sign, and use this grading scale toward the end to calculate your grades. I do not discuss grades over email, so you guys need to understand that. The grades will be posted on the course website, and you'll be the only one who is responsible for accessing that, and you should be the only one who has access. For privacy reasons, I don't discuss grades over any kind of communication modes, and please understand that that is for your safety and for your privacy. So here are some basic but very useful ground rules for communicating with me. Again, if you have a question, post it on the discussion board first. That way everybody may benefit from that. If you don't want to do that, which is fine, make sure to send me your questions via email using the course email function. That's much faster, and it keeps everything in one place. So if you have any non-course related matters, you can send me emails to mehraba@daytonastate.edu. This mail or email should only come from your college email account. The only account that I can verify is your college email account. Any communication sent from other email accounts that may or may not belong to you, I have no way of responding back to you, and I won't, because I have no way of verifying that you're the owner. So there are incidents in the past that girlfriend is sending something on behalf of the boyfriend that's in this class, I can't respond to that, or vice versa. That is for privacy reasons, and I take everyone's privacy very seriously. So these rules must be followed to keep everybody completely safe. So I usually attend your questions right away within minutes. On rare occasions, around holidays, around major holidays, around exams, and Friday afternoons and what have you, I may not get to your email right away. Those happen rarely. I usually even check my emails during the weekend, but don't expect me to reply to you then. Like you guys, I need some time to stipulate a respond to you, and there are also other course-related, work-related, and other obligations that I do have. So allow me some time to respond to you before you pretty much contact me again. But also feel free to contact me if you don't hear back within a few days. Feel free to stop by my office during my office hours. They are posted on the course website. In all communications, make sure to include the course number and title in the subject line. If you send an email using the email function of the course website, then it would automatically attach the course number and a title in the subject line. And respecting these rules would make everybody's life much easier. I'm a firm believer that we should that learning continue. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via the means that I just discussed. I want to welcome you to the course and wishing you a very successful learning experience in this class. Thank you.